through the story of the film, Noni sort of discovers her own voice, I suppose, in more ways than one. She finds love. She meets Kaz, played by Nate Parker, who stops her from jumping off the balcony, and they develop a relationship, and she also is able to finally become a woman and stand up to her mother and make her own way in the industry. So she sort of evolves, really, and that was really an exciting journey for me to explore. In this situation, how toxic, with the music industry being quite a dark place at times, and just that fierce sort of maternal instinct that she has, that also sort of gets a little misguided along the way and leads Noni into feeling like she's claustrophobic and being controlled. So I thought that was really, really interesting. And Minnie is fantastic. She really brings so many dimensions to the character of Macy, which, potentially on the page could be a one-dimensional evil, wicked stepmother kind of villain. She is so warm-hearted, and she brings sort of this snaky, manipulative quality, which is so feminine and so real, and, as I say, very three-dimensional. So, and she's really fun to work with as well, so it's been great working with her. Kaz is played by Nate Parker, who, as I say, plays Kaz Nicole, who is the officer that pulls Noni up off the balcony and sort of gets drawn into her crazy life in the process. And Nate's wonderful. He's a very serious and committed actor. He's really, really great to work with. And through the journey of the film, it's sort of, they're from different worlds. There's a slight sort of, not exactly Romeo and Juliet, but the fact that they're from different sides of the tracks in a way that Kaz really has his feet on the ground. He's very solid and grounded, and he's a police officer. He works in the real world, and Noni has sort of grown up in this artificial bubble of the industry, and so it's interesting. It's been really great, sort of exploring how they get together. Kid Culprit is played by Machine Gun Kelly, or MGK as he is known, in his first acting role, I believe. So, which is amazing, because obviously, he's a real rapper. He's really in the industry, and he brings such authenticity to that and the music side of things. He plays Kid Culprit is Noni's boyfriend, I guess. When we open the movie, I mean, they're very much together, but sort of it's pretty much a label thing. It's sort of, they are together, but it's very convenient for the industry, and they work together. They've done songs together and have a lot of hits out together. So it's one of those sort of relationships where the public really wants it to be real. Gina Prince-Bythewood wrote and directed the film, and she's an incredible woman. She is fiercely determined and strong and inspiring, and has such a wonderful vision, and a real conviction in her vision. She knows what she wants. She's very clear about that, and she's written this very lovely and layered character, and really a very well observed look at the music industry. I mean, we did quite a lot of research together. I mean, we've been to various performances. We saw Rihanna live, we saw Beyonce live, we went to the Grammys. We visited artists performing in the studio. So, and I think she's had, been researching and fascinated by the pop and hip hop culture for a long time. So it's fascinating working with her, because her attention to detail is second to none. She really, really cares about character. Working with the Dream, who's so talented and is very, very creative, and having the songs, first hearing a demo of the song, which he sings the demo, which is amazing. He has the most incredible voice, and then working with the sound engineer and working with the Dream to get that sound, and because I've sung before, but not really in this style, so working to get that tone and the attitude. It's not so much, or so I'm learning, it's not so much about over singing the song as to the attitude and the vocal colours that you put into the song. that really make it, you know, make the artist, when you hear it, you go, oh, that's that person. You know, they have such a unique sound. So that's been really, really interesting. Yeah, and my respect for all of the, you know, pop artists that are out there today has gone up tenfold, and all of the producers, the work that they do, when you see how much goes into it, it's really, really inspiring. The costumes, I think there's over 30 different looks for Noni in this film, and they go from a bathrobe to to the most sparkly, bling, fabulous dress or micro mini skirt and crop top. So there's a real spectrum, and you know, as I say, and then I end up, you know, in the end, you know, or towards the end, in sweatpants, you know, and before that I was in high heels and a trench coat and underwear. So there's a huge scope on the costumes, and it has been challenging, I have to say. I don't think I've ever really worn such ambitious outfits. So there's been challenges at times, but I think that it's been worth it, hopefully, to establish that aesthetic, and to really, as I say, kind of show the journey between going from this fantasy, you know, super shiny pop princess to a much more stripped down, natural beauty. There's amazing music. There's a beautiful love story. There's an inspiring, hopeful message to the film. There's some fabulous costumes. And some crazy purple hair. And there's some, you know, there's some amazing performances. There's some wonderful actors. And I think Gina has really managed to bring a really refreshing take on the music industry, and a really sort of soulful story. So I hope people will be uplifted by it.